Thank you, Minister. Mr. Sorbara, 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and welcome, Minister, and thank you for your comments and your continuing leadership. I have to admit, I found your comments on the innovation and infrastructure side refreshing. Frankly, the ability to move people, goods, services, and information from both rural and urban Canada to where they need to be is crucial for our long-term prosperity. And also on the innovation front, we need to be part of those ecosystems that exist and form every day. Those are where the high-quality, high-paying jobs. So we are going in the right direction. I'm glad to be part of a government that recognizes that. What I would like to ask is more of a broad-based question. I've called Bill C-15 the blueprint after the budget. And what I would like to know is how this begins a major step forward to enhance Canada's long-term growth profile, strengthen our middle class while doing it in a fiscally prudent manner. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Maybe I can spend a minute focusing on our innovation agenda, because I think as we think about what we need to do long-term in order to be more effective, it will be about creating a more productive and effective economy. So as I mentioned, we put $800 million in the budget over 4 years to focus on innovation. And as you know, I appointed an economic advisory council to look at how we can focus on growth. So that will be an important cornerstone of what we hope to achieve for the future of our country. We started in the budget with a focus on research and universities. So by deciding to put $2 billion against universities, and specifically around innovation and research at universities, we know that helps them to tool up and to actually build the capacity to help with research and innovation. We then also recognize that the only way that we're going to be effective as a more innovative economy is if we have the kind of quality students coming out of our universities that we need. And we recognize that for many families, especially low-income and middle-income families, university tuition is a challenge. So we changed the university grants system so that they would have a much improved situation, moving it from $2,000 to $3,000 for the lowest income Canadians, which will help 250,000 low-income Canadians. So building blocks, helping students, universities around research, and now looking at what we can specifically do around our innovation agenda, both in terms of the enablers for networks and clusters. So considering whether there are measures that we can take that will actually enable us to be more effective, and specifically considering whether we should be targeting how we create the opportunities in regions and in sectors to make a real difference. That's what I'm working together with our advisory council on doing, and looking forward to making a good long-term difference for the country.
And something more sort of specific and maybe a little more obtuse. Bill C-15 deals with bank recapitalization, and I was wondering if you can offer a few comments on how the specific measures in the bill continue to strengthen and go along the path of strengthening our banking system while ensuring that depositors remain protected.
I can. One of the great exports we have in this country is the Bank of England Governor Mark Carney, who's also the chair of the Financial Stability Board internationally, that's recommended bail-in procedures for systemically important banks around the world. So other countries have moved forward in this regard. The United States has moved forward. The United Kingdom's moved forward. I believe most of the EU has moved forward as well. And we've moved forward now on the bail-in regime. What it's intended to do is, in the very unlikely situation that a Canadian bank is finding itself on uncertain footing, we want to ensure that depositors are not in a position of jeopardy. So what it does is it protects depositors by allowing for long-term debt to be turned into equity, so that the long-term debt getting turned into equity, right? So that they can be protected in the case of a difficult situation. And what it does is it ensures that depositors are not in any way put in jeopardy.
Thank you.
Thank you.